What's up with y'all? This is my first ever video. Just got the new profile picture edited on. You can check that out right now. It's beautiful work. Took me about 5 minutes in Pixar, but whatever. We're here. We got it. Jaden Pawlak, the snotty nose kid. Infamous. Whatever. Lol cow. As of 8 hours ago, whenever I made a post about him on the Smokedope2016 Reddit. But, he is more than a lol cow. He has a lot of stuff going on. We're going to talk about it. I prepared this PowerPoint, spent like 3 hours. It's a little bit too much time on my hands, being unemployed and all. But yeah, let's get it started. All right. These are some of his posts on the Smokedope2016 Reddit. A lot of people were confused on like what he has to do with Smokedope2016 and like why I was posting it, because he is an active poster on there. He shares some fit pics in his Bape hoodies. You know, he's got the Nike Tech on. I'm never wearing a Bape hoodie. I mean, I wouldn't have anyways, but after seeing this, it's completely ruined, and I'm gonna think about this every time I see someone wearing one. Also, I don't even know if this is actually him. It seems like the same people in the pictures, but like, there is no way this guy is not 400 pounds, so we're gonna keep going. Okay, how I found him and why I'm making this. Pawlak directly messaged me and a ton of other members of the Smokedope2016 subreddit with similar messages. He starts with, yo. I say, what's up? Like, what's going on? He tells us his name. He's from Poland. He's into scooter video game sports. I don't know if that's scooter video games sports or scooter video game sports, but whatever. He is apparently not, or he doesn't have English as his first language, as he's apparently from Poland, but I think that might just be trying to like create this lie about having a language barrier, so some of the things that he does seems less strange, like the way he talks. Like, I think it's like supposed to mask that, I guess. But he talks about having Down syndrome, and he's a special needs kid, and he's been sick for 4 months. He asks you what you think of his profile picture and if you should change it. When I got this, I was like, I wasn't really concerned. I was like, that is a very long sentence to send someone that you just DM'd. But I checked out his profile, and immediately, I was like, oh nah, we're into the rabbit hole. We are deep in some shit. So, yeah. And then I responded with, is this some fetish shit? And he never replied. So, no, we do not have the Jaden Pawlak interview, but it might come soon. Yeah, he claims to have Down syndrome, which I intend to prove false by the end of this. And I'm going to expose his disgusting fetishes. Like, it's bad. Involving young teenage boys, snotty noses, and Bape hoodies. Okay, his activity on several Reddit communities consists of True Religion Jeans, Drink, Smokedope2016, Bape Heads, and Teenagers. Now, his involvement with the teenagers subreddit is a little concerning because he is not a teenager. He's claiming to be a teenager, but we'll prove that later. Okay, Reddit history. This is not his first ever posts, but these are his like his oldest publicly available Reddit posts. So these date back to early February 2025, where he's just doing kind of like legit checks and flex posts on his Bape hoodies, which, it seems pretty innocent. Nothing too weird. He's got the hypebeast tags. He's chilling. He's just showcasing the drip. I mean, there's nothing to be worried about here. We look at his comment history. This isn't all of his comment histories, so these notes aren't going to be just from these screenshots, but most of them are. So after looking at these, he's claiming to be 15. He claims to be 5'8", and claims to be only 80 pounds, which he says is one of the reasons why he is so sick all the time. He claims to have Down syndrome, and yeah. Okay. Graphic warning. Look away. Most of the Bape hoodie posts show snot wiped on the sleeves or collar. Videos include slow, heavy, crackly coughing and breathing, imitating how a sick person would sound. The repetitive inclusion of snot all over the hoodies suggests an odd fetish called mucophilia. Move my face here. No, I can't. Wow, that's unfortunate. But yeah, basically, mucophilia is just, what it sounds like. You like snot and mucus and being sick, and it's a sexual turn on. Here, we got this video for you. Turn your volume up. You'll love it. Yep. There he goes, doing a little spin. We got dogs barking in the background.
Here. Huh? Oh, I used to do that for that, so I'm just getting mine.
I don't know who's talking in the background, but I'm very sorry that they have to live with whatever monstrous being this is. All right, next slide. There's some more examples. If you didn't believe it before, if you just thought he was some sick kid, I mean, there's no excuse for this. This is almost looks like, it reminds me of Smartschoolboy9, to be honest, with all the like saturated filters on it. It almost looks AI generated here on the one on the left. I don't think there's any excuse for this. It's clearly not actually him. It's just weird, gross content. Yeah. So, did some digging, found his Instagram account, which apparently has almost 7,000 followers. I don't know if these were purchased or if people just were more tapped in than me and caught onto this early. But wow, that is a lot of people. Justin underscore hypebeast underscore JJP underscore 13. It's a calm little username. But here is why I can tell that he's not actually 15. Because the posts date all the way back to 2017, where he says, "This is me." My face is covering. "This is me when I was younger. Time went by so fast." So, this is posted in 2017. It's 2025 now. It's what, 8 years? 8 years ago, he would be, what, like 7 or 8? Oh God, did I mess that up? Hey, ignore the little writing. I'm good at math, trust me. But yeah, that'll make him 7 or 8 during this time, and I don't think you reminisce over your past at 7, 8. I don't think you post on Instagram at 7 to 8. Especially if you supposedly have Down syndrome. I feel like you would probably not have access to that. The Instagram account includes a lot more of the Snotty Bape hoodies, and it also has pictures of random Down syndrome children that he claims to be him. Like, you can tell he doesn't actually have Down syndrome because these posts are like clearly of different kids. They have slightly different facial features. I mean, to be fair, sometimes it is kind of hard to tell kids with Down syndrome apart because of like the very distinct facial features, but like you can like look at the nose and be like, yeah, that's a different kid. So there's no way that he actually has that condition. Okay, my final diagnosis. I am diagnosing Justin Pawlak with multiple sexual fetishistic disorders, possible Munchausen syndrome, and general batshit insanity. Yeah. So, of the fetishes, we got mucophilia, sexually aroused by mucus, snot, and congested sickness. Garment fetishism, sexual arousement involving a specific clothing item, in this case, vape hoodies. Pedophilia, sexual arousal for underage children due to his concerning lurking on the teenager subreddit as somebody who's obviously a grown man. And we got Munchausen syndrome, a mental illness involving somebody believing that they have a disease or a disability that they do not actually have. That last one is not a fetish, that's like an actual just mental illness. But it's more likely that he's just doing this for a fetish reason. But there's definitely still some mental illness there. But okay, we're done here. I got through it. I got the info out. If anybody has anything else to send me, I'll make a part 2. We can get this guy on a call. I want to talk to him. But yeah, just let me know in the comments. I hope we can get this stuff figured out. Probably not have him talking on the Discord, the Reddit anymore, because he's a little bit predatory, and I feel like there could probably be some bad things going on in at least the r/teenagers subreddit. That would, yeah, he does not need to be in there. Definitely needs a ban. I'm also curious about how he got involved into Smokedope2016. Like, is it just the Bape hoodie connection? Does Smokedope even wear Bape that much? I feel like he wore it like once. But I mean, yeah, that'll be it. That was Lore Machine, first ever episode. If some more messed up stuff happens, I'll be back. All right, y'all. Have a good day.